A lot of people have listened to Roger Waters' work, and it clearly means something to them. But behind the genius of Pink Floyd, there were moments of quiet envy and private rivalry. Tonight, for the first time, Waters admits something he never spoke aloud: the bands he secretly hated and simultaneously admired. Picture this: Roger Waters sits alone in his London townhouse, rain clawing at the windows. One weak lamp glows in the corner, casting long shadows over shelves filled with records and ghosts of past performances. His bass leans silently beside him, a quiet witness to decades of music, triumph, and private grudges. 7. The Who. Chaos perfected the first band that comes to his mind is The Who. But tonight, the memory doesn't come softly, it crashes in like a hit from Moon himself. Waters admired them, yes, but also envied them. It wasn't just admiration. It was rivalry. The Who were reckless, wild, destructive, and adored for it. Pete Townshend would leap into the air, smashing guitars as if the world owed him applause. Keith Moon played like his life depended on it. Waters built immaculate sonic universes, every note calculated, every theme perfect, yet critics celebrated The Who's raw, chaotic truth. Every live performance from them left a hot, poisonous coil of envy in his chest. Not hate, not bitterness. Pure envy of their freedom, their madness, their ability to explode on stage without consequence. 6. The Rolling Stones' wildfire of desire. Next, his thoughts turned to the Rolling Stones. If The Who were a lightning bolt, the Stones were a wildfire, slow, hungry, unstoppable. Waters recalls sneaking into London clubs, mesmerized by Mick Jagger's movement and Keith Richards' snarling guitar. Where Pink Floyd made people think, the Stones made people want. They brought danger into the spotlight, sin into art, and never apologized for it. Waters hated their excess, their arrogance, their chaos, but he craved the freedom it embodied. The Stones showed him that truth in music doesn't always live in precision. Sometimes it lives in the mess. 5. The Beatles' limitless innovation. Finally, Waters' thoughts drift to the Beatles, the band that redefined possibility itself, bright where Floyd were brooding, playful where Floyd were calculated, hopeful where Floyd were cosmic. He remembers the first time he heard A Day in the Life and realized, in a single moment, that music could be limitless. The Beatles didn't follow the world. They moved it. Their melodies were fearless, their ideas revolutionary. They broke rules with elegance, while Waters' own work broke them with force. He envied them, not with bitterness, but with awe for their ability to innovate as if it were inevitable. 4. Chaos and responsibility. Pink Floyd crafted universes, meticulously constructed, every note and theme carefully placed. The Who shattered them. The Stones set them ablaze. The Beatles rewrote the rules effortlessly. Waters' envy stemmed from contrast. Pink Floyd's brilliance came with weight, expectation, and responsibility. These other bands thrived on madness, chaos, instinct. They lived like volcanoes erupting without warning, while he carried the burden of perfection. 3. Rivalry, reflection, and admiration. These bands didn't just shape Waters' music, they haunted him. Shadows of their genius stretched farther than his reach, even in triumph. 30 years later, the lessons remain brutal and humbling. The Who's chaos, the Stones' excess, the Beatles' innovation. They reminded him that greatness isn't only skill. It's freedom. It's instinct. It's fearlessness, too. Quiet moments, loud lessons. Rain slows outside, yet inside, the storm in Waters' mind continues. He rises slowly, walks to his stereo, and pulls out a worn vinyl of Abbey Road. The needle drops. The warmth of the music fills the room. The Beatles' melodies cut through him like light slicing the void. The Stones' fire ignites his memory. The Who's chaos resonates in his chest. He closes his eyes, feeling the sting of admiration sharpened by envy. Gratitude follows for the bands who lit the path, who dared to tread where he feared to go. For all the wars within Pink Floyd, the fractures, the fights, the wounds, Waters finally admits they weren't just better. They were necessary. Greatness isn't a throne. It's a torch passed hand to hand in the dark. Tonight, in his quiet London home, Roger Waters acknowledges the giants who walked before him, the bands who changed music, and who, in turn, changed him. The rain has stopped. The storm has passed. But the echoes of admiration, envy, and respect remain, a reminder that even legends are shaped as much by their rivals as by their own brilliance.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.